So who thinks that he should accept it? No one.
No.
So everyone thinks that he should not accept it, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I got the same thing.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. This is nice. Almost.
Yeah. And so why did everyone say that he shouldn't accept the offer? Should we just go down the line and say why?
Sure.
Okay, go, Lacey.
So I don't think he should accept it because I don't know if I calculated correctly or not, but I got that the company would be worth a lot more than that, even just after one funding round. And so I think that he should hold off and stay in it a little bit longer before he sells.
Awesome. What about you, Paige?
I'm like along the same lines as Lacey. I think if he just puts a bit more time into it and kind of jumping the gun, but if he hires Shield, like he'll, even just him having on board, it'll add a lot more value to the company. And I know that other company that I mentioned in the case study, like Double Click or something, I wrote it down, but it sold for over $500 million, you know, and they were comparing his company to that one. But I think just the fact that they were being compared is a good sign that, you know, it'll be a lot more in the future.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Rebecca?
I think that Doug is a lot more emotionally invested in this company than he's willing to acknowledge. And because of that, I think he needs to keep it under his umbrella a little bit longer so that he can set it up and let it flourish in the way he wants it to. And on top of that, he'll make more money.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. And you, Sharon?
I, of course, agree with what everybody else has said, but also, without jumping the gun and getting into the details of question number 6, that's another way, or that's something else I use to base my decision. If you consider what he can take with this offer, the money that he's actually going to be able to pocket with this offer versus the potential value of his company, there's no comparison. So that's my.
Awesome. Yeah, so I pretty much said the same thing as Lacey said too, just that if he waits it out and just gives it a couple more years, then he'll be able to like quadruple his what he would have been getting for the $2 million. And so, all right. So, does anyone have a reason why he should accept the offer?
I wrote down a few. I don't know if we want to go in order or not, but the few things that I wrote were, first, he's not an experienced entrepreneur. He's relying heavily on others for startup know-how. He'd be free of his business. He'd have a decent chunk of money. I mean, if you think about in your own lives how much money you would take home just from that one little, transaction. That's significant. That's a significant amount of money for just a normal person, right? And then I also put he wouldn't have to work the insane hours that come with a startup. So he's not only earning money to sell, but time for his family. Obviously, he has young children. He's a father. That's something else, maybe another reason.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Awesome.
And
anyone else? Lacey?
One other thing that I said was that he admitted that he's not a gambler. And with any business like this, you are taking a risk. I mean, there's risks in it no matter what. And so maybe just his fear of gambling might convince him that that money would be good to have in his pocket rather than to try to grow it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. All right, so let's move on then to question 6. So it says, how much money will Doug receive? So this involves the Excel spreadsheet that we all did, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. And So for this one, I got that Doug would receive about $1,126,000. I have no idea if that's right, but whatever you guys think.
This is if he takes the deal.
Yes, if he takes the deal, that's how much he'll get.
I think I got 1.3 million.
Okay.
But that's
I
so
got
close to yours.
I got something different. I got 1,059,000.
Okay, so around there too.
So
Okay, well, why don't one of you throw your sheets up and then we can compare and see how. Because I think that our assumptions might be different depending on where you pulled the data from.
Yeah.
well, and if I remember it right, it said that it would be on the questions. Like they don't have to be exactly.
They were going
the
to
same.
vary.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I
Okay.
don't think we have to have it exactly the same, but
Okay.
Yeah, but it's around the 1,100,000.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and this is before taxes. So in reality, we still don't. I mean, I don't know what the capital gains on this would be. 30%? Is it 30%?
I don't know. I'd be conservative and guess 40 to 50 and just say he'd probably pocket 500,000.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I had in my mind.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
Here's my question. My question is on this stock portion.
Mm-hmm.
So it said he had to give 25% of the proceeds to each of his investors as a result of the sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
So didn't he have 4 investors? So 25 times 4
No, he had
means 0.
3.
He only had 3
He
at
had
this point.
Okay, because I was looking at the exhibits and it confused me a little because there was a 4, like the washing, what is the group he was with? Whatever VC group washing was with.
But they hadn't
whatever his
given,
name
but they didn't get the funding yet. That was the funding that's in negotiation.
Okay, so he would then have 25% of the proceeds. That's all he would receive. Okay, yeah.
see, is that what everybody did? Because I got a little confused on that. I thought they split the 25% between the 3 investors.
Yeah, I don't think it was very clear.
Yeah,
I read it. Yeah. I read it a few times and I was like, I don't know what this is asking exactly. So I divided it between the 3.
25 each. Okay, well that would give him a lot more proceeds then. That'd be a better deal for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did as well.
Yeah, I took out 75%. So
Yeah, that would not be a very good deal.
no.
All right. And then, so on to number 7. Does anyone else have anything to add to that? About how much money Doug should receive or will receive? All right, awesome. So for the next question, it says, discuss as a group, how much does Shields deserve? Why does Washing want Doug to reject the turn offer? Won't Washing get a pretty good return on his investment? Why hold out for more? How much does Washing give up if Doug gives Shields 50% of the equity? All right, so Paige, do you want to tell us what you got for that one?
Yeah, I think like the return that Washing would get, it said that he would, double his investment right there. That's like at least 200,000. Daddy, like he's a really wealthy man. I don't think that would to him. And I think he's like in the company rather just to, make a quick buck. But and then sorry, 1 minute. Oh yeah, I do think that Shields would be deserving of about 50% and being a co-founder. I think because he's getting in so early on, and since he has all of the experience, he's going to be doing most of the work to get the company where it needs to go. And so it may seem kind of extreme 50-50, but I think for him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was thinking like the same thing, that I don't know if I would be willing to give up 50% of my company, but then again, it seems like Doug doesn't really know what he's doing. So I guess, I don't know, he wouldn't really have a choice, I guess, since he would be running the company.
See, and I think he's done enough. Like, to start, he got his 3 investors in the first place. So I think that they should maybe split it like 30% to Shield, 70 to Washing, Washing. Sorry.
Yeah. I was saying like 60-40 or something.
Yeah, I was right around there, so.
Yeah. And so for the other part of this question, about Washing's return. Do you want to answer that, Sharon?
Washing's return. Let me find that real quick. I think this is one I struggled with, honestly. And I think it's because let me see what I did here. Sorry, I have multiple tables.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. So he had the 3 investors, and then he gave 50% to Shield. It's wrong. For some reason, I have 33%, but that doesn't make sense. What did everybody else do on this one?
Was Washing one of the angel investors, right?
Yes, sorry, I mean Shield.
Yeah.
We're talking about Shield, right? If he gives Shield 50%.
No, for Washing, yeah.
Oh, for Washing. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Are we talking about why does Washington want Doug to reject Turn's offer? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Because I don't think Washington's put any money in yet, has he?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
That's why I thought this
Oh,
question was confusing.
But
I thought that Washing was one of Angel founders. That's what I thought. I thought there was 3, and all 3 of them put in 100,000.
That's what I
Oh,
thought
300,000.
too.
I think Washing was separate of the 3
Yeah,
investors.
that's what I thought.
Washington was a founding
Yeah.
partner of Sequel Venture Investors, which is the investment firm that Kosman went to for the Series A, which hasn't happened yet. So I think for Washington, if they were to sell the business now, he would gain nothing other than just time that he invested into helping Doug. But if he
Double his investment though as well.
sold the company, if Doug sells the company, Washington makes nothing because he hasn't put any money in,
Okay, so under
right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I still think that he did put some money in because it says like Washington believes the company was at too early a stage for his venture firm, but he was personally interested in providing a portion of the angel investment. And then it goes on.
All right, hold on.
But maybe that's just weird wording, and I'm totally wrong.
Yeah, it's been known to happen, right? With these case
Yeah.
studies. Yeah, see, I didn't think he'd put any money in there. That's why I thought it was a weird, with everyone else, I thought it was a weird question because I'm like, if he's not put any money in, then he gets nothing, obviously, but he doesn't lose anything either.
Well, if you go to one of the later exhibits, I'm trying to find, I think it's towards the end, it shows a hypothetical breakout, and it shows like the initial investment, the convertible seed investments versus like what will happen if they go through the Series A. That's where I found.
So in Exhibit 4, hypothetical Series A partialization capitalization table, it does have Tom Washington in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if it actually happened or not because it says hypothetical.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. I was confused.
Right? I think we all are.
I say we throw that question out. Just
Do
kidding.
it.
I agree. Done.
But either way, so Paige came up with it. If what happens if he was invested, and what was the answer you had?
Like 200,000. So I assume that he was one of them. Get double his investment.
Okay,
Which would be.
and then it's better than nothing. But if he doesn't sell the company, then that investment grows exponentially. So All right. There you go, Jake.
All right, cool. All right, so then for this next one, it says, can Doug use the turn offer to his advantage if he rejects it? So Rebecca, do you want to answer that one?
So I think he can. I think that what this shows is that because Doug got the turn offer without the help of Washing or what was the other guy's name?
Shields.
And
Shields.
Shields, meaning like this is an offer he sort of solicited on his own because of conversation. So I think that shows that Doug can, if he wanted to, step into a CEO position. Not that he wants to. I just think that that's him saying, look, I can learn how to do this if you're not going to help me. Unless you get it like your way or the highway. That's fine. But other than that, I don't think it's all that valuable other than affirming that his idea is valuable to lots of people. That was it.
Do you think he could negotiate? Because I think they said Washington didn't want him to take the turn offer. Could he maybe negotiate like a smaller discount upon conversion or something? Could he use it towards, maybe those negotiations there? Maybe even with Shield.
Yeah.
Shield didn't want him to take it either.
Right.
So maybe he could go for that 30-70 split or 60-40 versus a 50-50.
Right.
See, and I personally think if he rejects it, there's no negotiation after that. It's done. However, if he kind of says, I'm still stewing with this, then he can use it in his advantage, I think.
Oh. That's a smart move.
All right, sounds good. And so then for question 9, it says to read the B case. And then as a group, should Tom hire Barr, yes or no?
I say yes.
I said no.
Yeah, I said no.
What'd you say, Rebecca?
I said yes.
2 yeses, 2 nos. What about you, Jake?
I said yes.
You said yes.
Why did you guys say no?
Good question.
Why no?
Oh.
Tell us your gut. Tell us what your gut says.
I said no.
Yeah.
I said no because he doesn't know anything about the software they're creating. I mean, he does have experience in the job, but he doesn't have experience with their specific problem. And so I think when he comes in, they're going to have some morale issues. I think if, what's his name? Doug, whatever his last name is hesitant to hire him in the first place. And I think that he still owns a majority of the company, if I figured correctly. So I think he needs to have some say in it. And I feel like Shields is kind of going against what he says and just doing what he wants anyway.
Yeah, that was basically exactly what I said too. Just to be in the office, I don't think the environment would be, working very well if they don't even know each other. They may not agree on everything. It could just be super chaotic. There's just so many problems. And just the fact that Shields is kind of going behind Costin's back, I think that would create a lot of problems with them, the two main guys. And, a business can't thrive if everyone's not on the same page. I think it would just do a lot more harm than good. They could easily find another talented guy to take the position, All about this dude. I
think that's in the company culture is really important.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just put that he should hire him just because it says that he has a strong track record with multiple successful startups. So I think he just knows what he's doing, I guess.
Do you? Sorry.
No, Lacey, go ahead.
Do you think he would know what he's doing in this software, like in their specific company's thing?
I don't know if he would know like the software side of it, but I think that he would know how to do business. He would know all about the investing and all that stuff.
But isn't he being hired as a chief technician officer, technical officer? Isn't that what his thing is?
I think VP is his
VP?
title.
Okay, so maybe I missed that. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, he wants to be CTO if you read to the next case. That he thinks he should be if we
Sorry.
go on.
I'm
But
getting
that's-
confused.
That's here's the thing. With leadership, this guy's really strong in leadership. He knows how to manage people. That's a soft skill. That's something that is very difficult to learn. In fact, that comes naturally to a lot of people, the ability to manage others. Technical skills are hard skills. Those can be taught. More you can teach people how to do that stuff, they can learn. I think with this man's background, he would be able to come up to speed pretty quickly on this software platform that he's dealing with. I think his soft skills much more outweigh the hard skills that he may not have at present. That's why I said yes.
All right. And Rebecca, why did you say yes?
The same reasons as Sharon, that I felt like it sounds like Doug might not like anyone that they hire, and maybe Doug and Shields are still a little grumpy about how everything went down, and so there could be a lot of already tension there. So I feel like they probably do need a strong leader to like push the company past the past and move forward. And I kind of felt like Barr sounded like he could do that. So
Awesome. Sounds good. And then, so we kind of discussed question number 10 already about company culture and how that would be affected. And so we'll just go on to the C case. What does do the right thing for the company mean? So does anyone have any comments about that?
I think by saying that, he meant fire Doug.
Me too.
me too. Absolutely.
Awesome. All right.
I'm not sure that's the right thing for the company, but I think that's what Barr thinks is the right thing for the company.
Like, did anybody come up with like a decisive answer on this? Because I didn't have an answer. I had questions. Because I think we were just given this little blurb of things that we don't know the details. Like, yes, the team was taken away. The whole team was fired. But were they fired all at once, or were they fired individually over a period of time for different things? How much of this was discussed with Doug? I see Shields as kind of a mentor in some ways to Doug, because he's pretty inexperienced. Is Doug trying to develop him, or are they just thinking, well, let's just throw this guy out? He doesn't know what he's doing. There were just so many unknowns. I couldn't make a decision. Anybody else have a firm, yes, they should fire him decision, or?
Yeah, I felt like
That was hard.
it just seems so harsh, right?
Yeah. Totally.
This was
Fired.
his idea. Let's fire him.
Yeah. Well, he's saying Barr was the one who wrote the note, right? He said, I should be CTO. So obviously this guy is biased and should not, you got to take that into consideration also. So I don't know. It was that was really ambiguous, I would say, that question.
Definitely. All right, anyone else? And then so it says, what value does Doug bring to the company now that they have his algorithm? So
Probably nothing.
according to this, he's not doing very much
Right.
for the company.
But again, I feel like we're missing a lot of details. Is that just that one guy's opinion, or is that fact?
Well, and if Barr was brought into the company believing that Doug was useless because Shields told him Doug was useless, then every interaction Tom Barr has with him is this guy shouldn't be here. Why don't we get him out? Does that make sense? Like, so we don't know if he was set up to have a bad relationship with Doug. We don't know.
That's good call out. Good call out.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, I mean, Shields' a little grumpy that he didn't get his 50% equity. He's a little grumpy that Doug turned some of his equity into cash and used it, I don't know, for ski vacations, you know. So I'm sure Shields is like grumpy about that.
Yeah.
Maybe the whole time Shields is like, how do I get Doug out of here? I know, hire a guy he won't like. And then, so you don't know that.
Yeah,
That's true. There could be a lot of personal stuff going on.
Yeah.
that's true.
Which,
For sure.
but then maybe that's a good reason to let them fire you and Doug can get his buyout package and move on.
It's true.
It's true. Yeah, it says, how could Doug have avoided getting into this situation? Not hiring Shields in the first place.
Yeah.
I guess, but
Selling
at the time
the
he was with Shields, he needed him, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the hard thing. Like I don't know because he needed Shields. So, and Shields really wanted Bart. So that's kind of he could have avoided it by selling out in the first place by taking a current offer.
Well, and Shields really wanted to be part of this company because Doug only casually mentioned it in passing, and it was Shields who then like hunted him down and sort of like, remember at the very beginning it was Shields who was like, no, you gotta, like, let's go see what you're doing and I really want to do this. And so it's sad that it worked out that way. So anyhow.
Yeah. Then, so this last one says, do you want to change your minds about the buyout now?
No.
No. Anyone, yes.
There's so much. I mean, if it say Doug truly was disruptive and just screwing things up because he didn't know what he was doing, and it was time to fire him, then yeah, maybe I would have changed my mind about the buyout. Maybe he should have taken it, but there are too many unknowns. Again, I didn't know what to say here.
Well, I think hindsight is 20/20. So yeah, maybe once we know the outcome, yes, we would go back and change. But at the time, I still don't think I would have changed. I mean, if I knew how it ended, I don't think I would have changed because honestly, there is still so much more that he can get. Even if they fire him now, he can still get his buyout package. And I mean, I think that'll be better than the offer he originally received. So.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So that's the last question. So are we done now? Or?
Stop the recording and